Okay, here we go. We're recording. Okay, hi everybody. I'm Jana. I'm going to take you guys through a little training tutorial of how our site works and how you're gonna set up your own accounts in the back end. Okay, and as I mentioned earlier, this is all being recorded. When we're done the session, we'll send the link out to you guys, and you'll be able to watch it. We'll just put it on YouTube. So if you want to just watch today and not worry about taking notes, that's totally fine because you can always refer to the video later if you want to go over something again. Okay, and we only have an hour, so I'm going to try to keep this moving along. Okay, so I don't know how many people are familiar with our site if you've come in and taken a look at stuff, but this is what the home page looks like when you've logged into your account. And whether you're a real estate agent or a photographer, your home page is going to be the same. You will just have some different links down here at the bottom like I do. You guys will have some different links as well. So when I do these tutorials, I typically go through three things. The first thing I'm going to show you is how a real estate agent comes into their account and orders a photo shoot, just so you can see what it looks like from the front end, and just to give you an idea of how easy it is. We try to make all our software and all our processes as easy as possible for our real estate agents because they tend to be, not the most tech savvy people. If you work with real estate agents, you'll know what I'm talking about. They're great people, but they're not necessarily tech savvy, and that's fine. They don't have to be, but we have to make our software easy for them to use. So we'll do a quick run through of a photo shoot order, which literally you can order a photo shoot in a couple minutes. You'll see how easy it is. And then when we're done that, we're going to go into, I have a little demo account that's completely empty. So you'll be able to see what it looks like it's exactly what yours will look like when you first get started, completely empty. And I will just show you what you need to do to get yourself set up. And then once we've done that, we'll take a quick look at one of our existing photographers, David Stewart. He's one of our top photographers in Austin, Texas. And we'll take a quick look at his back end so you can see what it looks like when you have a bunch of shoots already scheduled and you've got a bunch of clients in there, and you can just see what everything looks like when it's fully fleshed out and filled in. Because we don't have a lot of time, I'd like to try to keep questions for the end. Unless I'm going over something and you're like, what is she talking about? Then just holler. But we will have a bit of time at the end. And then Mark and I are both available, after this if you guys need help with anything. Okay? So here we go. Let's say I'm a real estate agent. I just got a listing. I'm going to log into my account and I want to order a photo shoot. I go under marketing products. Very first thing is photo shoots, okay? Our top products that we sell are photo shoots, virtual tours, and e-flyers. These are the top things. And I always, whenever I'm doing a training session for a real estate agent, I always, always, always tell them how important it is to book a professional photo shoot because pictures are the most important thing that people are going to look at when they want to buy property. They go online. Everyone's looking for property online now. They want to go online. They want to see big, beautiful, professional photos of whatever property they're interested in. Okay? And then typically those photos are presented in a virtual tour, and then they make an e-flyer which they blast out to everybody in the community to let them know about the virtual tour and let them know that they've got a listing. Okay? So I'm always touting, you guys have got to get professional photography. Okay, so I'm a real estate agent. I just got a listing. I'm going to click on photo shoots. The first page I come to has all of my listings that already exist. They're old listings. Maybe they're on the market right now. That's fine. They all sit right here on this page. I've got a brand new listing, so I need to click on Create Listing. Okay? This page has a lot of fields on it, but you do not have to fill all of them in. They only need to fill in these 4 required fields, the ones that are highlighted in green, because agents are busy. They're always in and out of the office. They're on the phone. They're running to meetings. They don't necessarily want to go in and fill all this stuff in. They don't want to make all their marketing material for this new listing. They just want to book a photo shoot and get that rolling. So all they need to do is, let's just 888 Thursday Street. Whoops, and I'm a terrible typist. I apologize. Thursday Street. I'm going to use Austin as my little guinea pig for today. Okay, there we go. I filled in those 4 fields. Now I can hit continue. Okay. The very next page shows me the photographers that are available who service this zip code. This is the zip code for my listing that I just typed in. I think it's basically downtownish Austin. Anyway, so let's say I've got 4 photographers. I've got David, Mark, Harvey, Philip. I can take a look at their portfolios. If I click on View Portfolio, I get a little pop-up here. It takes me to David's portfolio. Okay, so he's made a virtual tour. Hang on one sec here. Sorry, guys. Everybody always needs me.
Bless you.
Anyway, so these are the portfolios, and we will do another session where we show you guys how to make your own portfolio. What our guys are doing, they're just making a virtual tour of their own photography and using that as their portfolios. And we'll do another session, a shorter one that shows you how to do that. So I can view all their portfolios. I can click on photography pricing, take a look at the packages that they offer and the pricing that they offer. Now here's something. You guys are going to work as affiliates of Realtour. You are not direct employees of Realtour. You work for yourselves. So that means that you guys can set up whatever packages you want and you set up whatever prices you want. We do not tell you what you have to offer and the prices you have to charge. We'll help you, like Mark will guide you in what's a good pricing structure based on your competition and based on the market, what the market will pay. But we're not going to tell you, you must charge this. You must take this many pictures for these packages. That is totally up to you. You guys work for yourselves. And the services you offer will all be different. Like David does aerials. He doesn't do, I don't know if he does videos. He doesn't have videos. Oh, yes, he does do videos. So, you know, you might do aerials, you might do videos, you might have some extra stuff that you can offer. You can do all that. And I will show you how you can set that up when we set up your pricing manager. And then I can also see what days, this is David's availability calendar. So these are the days he's available right now. Okay, perfect. So let's say David's my guy. I like David. He's the one I want to go with. And I really need this photo shoot done right away. He's open on Saturday. I'm just going to click on Saturday. Next page, I
And
actually,
just FYI, guys, David is the photographer that's making about 20,000 a month.
yeah, that's why he's always my guinea pig. Yeah. So these are David's packages. I can scroll through them and say, okay, well, I want an awesome deluxe package with whatever. I'm going to take a deluxe package with aerial, tick next to it. All I have to do is tick. I hit continue. The next page, this is where I tell David how he's going to access the property and any kind of information he needs, I fill it in on this page. Is there a lockbox? Is there a code? Maybe he's going to meet me at the property, okay? Tick, perfect, there's my phone number. Or he's going to meet the owner. I can put the owner's name in, the owner's phone number. Any special instructions I can type in here, like there might be a dog in the yard or just anything. Anything the owner really wants you to take some pictures of the garden while you're there, you know, anything that David needs to know. When I'm done, I hit add to shopping cart. That's it. Oh, I'm going to delete that. That was in there from a thing I did yesterday. Here is my order in the shopping cart. Once I pay for this, the photo shoot is booked. I get an email confirming my order. David gets an email telling him that, hey, Jana's just booked a photo shoot for you. This is the package. Here's the date she wants it done for. And you'll notice right here, Platinum Virtual Tour. $0. For every single professional photo shoot that our agents book, we give them our Platinum Virtual Tour for free. It's worth $30. So this is another incentive to get our clients to book professional photo shoots. Okay? Now,
And the photographer gets paid right away.
yes, that's true. I always forget to say that. So once a photo shoot is booked, you guys get paid right away. It's all done through PayPal. So you do need to set up a PayPal account with using the same email that you have used to make your Realtour account. So here's Jana at realtor.biz. So my PayPal account has to be my login, my email associated with my PayPal account. So it's all done through PayPal automatically. Okay. One more thing I want to mention, and I'll show you how you do this. To make our agents' lives easier, we have our photographers. It's you guys who are going to make the virtual tour for the agent. This is how you are going to get your photographs into the agent's account. Now, when I say make the tour, don't worry. You are not going to be in there for hours making a virtual tour. You literally upload your pictures into their account and you click on one button that says Publish Virtual Tour. That is all you do. And then the agent gets an email saying, hey, your photos are done, your virtual tour's done, you're good to go. They can go into their virtual tour and add music and captions and all kinds of extra goodies. You guys do not do any of that unless you want to. And as I'll explain later, you can charge for those services. But this is how you get your pictures into their account, and I will show you how that's done because we often deal with agents who have a photographer who's not one of ours. The photographer sends them a link to Dropbox, or the photographer sends them some zipped folders with images. They do not know how to go to Dropbox and download their images. A lot of them don't. A lot of them do not know how to unzip a zipped folder. It's a nightmare for them, right? They don't want to do that stuff. They just want the pictures in their account good to go, which is why we've
Hello.
created a back end so that you guys can just upload the pictures into their accounts, make the tour. It's super easy. It makes them really happy, okay? And I will show you how all that is done starting now. So there you go. You just watched me order a photo shoot. Most of our agents, once they book a shoot with you, you guys will, have a relationship. They'll usually come in and book from you all the time. They'll often book the same package over and over again because it's what they're used to. It's what they're comfortable with. It's what they like. They can come into our system and book a photo shoot in a minute. If they always book you, they just pick the date, they pick the same package, straight to shopping cart, pay for it, done. Okay, so really fast, really easy. All right, I'm going to go back to my home page. What I'm going to do now is go into my little demo account so you guys can see what your back end is going to look like, because mine is empty. Let me just find it. I can never remember the login. I always have to go in this way. Here we go. Okay, so this is my little photography account, all right? I've logged in. Homepage looks exactly the same as it does for a real estate agent. The only difference is that I've got some links at the bottom. I have my clients, shoot manager, and pricing manager. These are the 3 links that you guys are going to have. These links over here are just my links because I'm an admin person, so I get some extra links. But you guys are going to have these 3, okay? I'm going to quickly click on my clients, even though right now it's going to be empty. Because right now I don't have any clients. I'm a brand new photographer. But once you guys get rolling, every time an
You got to
agent
talk to the
orders,
plant.
oh, hello,
Hello.
hi, has
Hi.
someone
I'm
joined?
sorry. I got
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
this is ISIS. I'm sorry. I'm taking photos of a house and I got stuck to a plant that's here in a corner.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll keep going. So basically, once people start booking photo shoots from you, if you click on My Clients, those agents are going to show up in a list on this page, and you'll be able to get their information, their contact information, and you'll be able to log into their accounts. Now, I will show you what this looks like when we go into David's account, which is full of clients and full of shoots. Right now, I'm just going through mine because it is empty, and this is what yours is going to look like when you first get started, okay? So my clients is empty right now because we don't have any. That's fine. We're just getting started. What we're going to do now is go set up your shoot manager. This is really important. Well, let me actually click on it. Okay. So this is what your shoot manager looks like.
Jana,
Yes.
Jana,
Yes.
um, you you didn't mention the Realtor rewards and why that is empty.
We're not going to go into that right now. We only have an
Oh,
hour. We can do
okay.
rewards
All
at
right.
another session. What we need
Right.
now is to get people set up.
Got it.
Got it. Okay. So typically, when you have a bunch of photo shoots scheduled, you're going to come into your shoot manager and you're going to have a whole list of them right here. And you're going to see on the map a little tick for each address, okay? Now, we don't have any shoots yet because we're brand new. We're just getting set up, okay? So this is empty for us. Don't worry about this. What you want to do to get set up, you're going to use these links right here at the bottom of the page. The first link we need to set up is our core service areas. So I click on that. I get a little pop-up. Your core service areas are going to be set up by zip code. So what you want to do in here is enter a bunch of zip codes. And I'm just going to type in a whole bunch of whatever, baloney zip codes, because I don't know any Texas zip codes, but I'm just going to type in a bunch. So what you need to do is figure out which zip codes. Now, Mark, do you have that? I know John sent us a link to that really good site that shows whatever city or state you're in, and it has everything all set up by zip code. We will send you guys a link to this site if you need it. It's great because it just shows everything, by zip codes. You can go in and look at it
I
and then
think
pick
I
out the
think I
zip
have
code.
it somewhere in the
Okay.
email.
Okay. So basically, this is all you do. You guys, again, we don't tell you necessarily the areas you have to service. You're going to service the areas that are, you know, around you. You're not going to drive to the other side of the state you're in to do a photo shoot, right? You've got to be realistic. And you can have as many zip codes in here as you want. Some of our photographers have dozens and dozens of them. It just all depends where you live and how big the zip code areas are, how easy it is for you to get around, that kind of thing, okay? But all you need to do in here is just type in the zip codes in a list. When you're done, you're going to hit update so that it saves. Okay? Now, you can come back at any time you want and click on zip code or click on the core service areas again. Here are my zip codes. I can edit these whenever I want. Let's say, yeah, this was a bad idea. I don't want to do that one. Delete. It's too far away. Nobody ever books a photo shoot from there. I don't want to do that one. I want to add whatever, this one instead, okay? So you guys can come in at any time, add new ones, delete old ones. Once you get rolling, you might only want to start out with a few, and then once you get rolling, you might go, you know what, I'm getting the hang of this. I'm going to add a whole bunch more zip codes because I can handle more photo shoots. Anytime you do this, you just have to update it. Just make sure you update it. It's like saving it so that your zip codes are saved in the system, okay? Now, when someone orders a photo shoot, you will appear as available based on, it's all done by the zip code. So when I showed you what it was like when an agent ordered a photo shoot, when I created the listing and put in the zip code, only 4 photographers that serviced that zip code showed up as available. That's because they put the same zip code as me in their core service areas. This is how you're going to show up as available for people. If your zip code matches the zip code of their listing, you're going to show up as available, okay? It's just that easy. Okay. Let's get out of core service areas. Next up is shoot area day planner. Now this is something that is optional. Okay, we've got all the days of the week. Some of our photographers only want to service certain zip codes on certain days of the week. If you want to set yourself up like that, you can do that. Just put the certain zip code in the certain day of the week. So maybe on Mondays, I do these zip codes. Okay? And let's say Monday and Tuesday, I do these 2 zip codes. But on Wednesdays, I go to a different part of the state and I do whatever, these zip codes. You see what I mean? You guys can set yourself up this way if you want. Some of our photographers travel, you know, and they're willing to cover certain areas. They might be in Dallas for first half of the week, then they might spend the second half of their week in Austin. I mean, who knows? We built this because it was requested by some of our photographers. And that is something else I should mention to you guys. All of our software and everything we built is to make your lives and our clients' lives easier. So if there's ever something that you want us to do, let us know. We will build something. All of our stuff that we've built is pretty much because our photographers or clients have requested it or said, hey, you know what would be really great? If you guys could build something where we could designate zip codes for certain days of the week. Now, not every photographer is going to use this. A lot of our photographers are like, yeah, well, these are my core service areas. I service them every day of the week. That's fine. Just leave this empty if that's how you want to do it. Totally up to you, okay? You hit update when you're done. And again, if you ever want to come in and change this, just come on in and change it. Okay? Super easy. Close that. Okay, driving fees. This is optional as well. So if you are willing to cover certain zip codes that are far away, you can do that and you can charge an additional driving fee if you want, okay? So you click on driving fees. All of the zip codes that I service appear right here in the first column. So let's say I'm going to charge, for these ones, I'm not going to charge anything, okay? These are the ones that are close to home. I'm good to go. But I'm going to add an additional category. These ones are farther away. I'm going to charge an extra $10. I drag and drop the zip codes that I want to charge the $10 for. Okay? I'm going to add another one. These ones are really far away. It's going to take me some time to get there. I'm going to charge an extra $20. These 2 right here. Okay? See how easy that is? The other thing I want to mention, the driving fee is not hidden anywhere. When someone goes to book a shoot from you, it is going to show up right on the calendar page that for this particular listing, there is a $20 driving fee. So they know up front, oh, if I want to book David, I know that he's going to charge me an extra $20 to get there. So it's not hidden. It's not like they get to the shopping cart and they're like, what? There's an extra 20 bucks in here. What the what? I'm annoyed. You know, we tell them this right up front so they see it right at the front. They can compare. Maybe there's another photographer who doesn't charge a driving fee for that zip code and they'll book them. Whatever. It's up front. It's not hidden. They will know it's there. Okay? Hit update. These are my driving fees. Again, you can come in here and add more. You can edit, move these around, add more zip codes, whatever you want to do. You can always come back in and change it later. Just hit update. Okay, days available. This is very important. Here are the days of the week. We've got day shoots and night shoots. This is where you designate how many photo shoots you are willing to do in a day. So let's say on Mondays, I'm willing to do 5 day shoots and 1 night shoot. You can really only do 1 night shoot because once you get there at twilight, by the time you're done your shoot, it's nighttime. Tuesdays, same thing, 5 and 1. Wednesday, same thing, 5 and 1. Thursdays, my good day, 8 and 1. Friday's also a very busy day, 8 and 1. Saturday, busiest day of the week. I'll do 10 shoots on Saturday, but no night shoots. Sunday, I'm taking Sundays off, so I'm leaving that at 0. Okay? See how that goes? So once 5 day shoots and 1 night shoot have been booked from you on a Monday, then your calendar shows as full for that day. So what you fill in here corresponds to how many shoots get ordered. Your calendar will update as these get filled up. You can also come back in here. I'm going to hit update. You can come back in here and edit this whenever you want. You might start out just doing 5 shoots Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? Because you just want to take it easy. You're not sure how this is going to work. 6 months from now, you might be so busy that you're like, you know what? Hot dog, I'm going 8 shoots, 8 shoots, 8 shoots, 8 shoots. Okay? You guys can come back in here and set this up however you want, whenever you want. The calendar will always update. Once this is full, nobody will be able to, once you've booked 9 shoots on Monday, an agent is not going to be able to come in and book a 10th shoot from you. You'll show as full on your calendar. Okay, so you've got to designate what shoots you'll do, how many you'll do, day shoots, night shoots. Okay, it's really important to set this page up. Update, close. Next up, holidays. This is for when you guys want to take a holiday. Mark's going camping next week, so he would come in here and he would say, well, I'm not going to be here Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. All he does is tick them. They highlight in red. Now your calendar will show as full for these 3 days. So an agent, when they want to book a shoot, is going to come in, they'll be like, oh, I can't bookmark on these 3 days. Fine. He's on holidays. If you guys know ahead of time, you might have a wedding in July. I need to book these 2 days off. I'm going to book these 3 days off right now so that nobody can book me in July. It's just that easy. Just come in and tick them. You can untick them too, right? If you change your mind, oh, the wedding's off, I'm not going, untick them. Okay? Super easy. Just designate the holidays you want. You want 2 weeks off in August? Fine. Go to August and then just tick out these 2 weeks. You don't want any shoots being booked in these 2 weeks. Okay? So you handle your own holidays. This is up to you. We don't tell you when you can and can't take holidays. It's up to you. Close that. Our very last thing is the shoot delay. Now this is something that we never had before, but it was recommended to us by our photographers because it was something they wanted. Basically, a shoot delay refers to setting up a delay between when an agent can order a photo shoot from you. So right now, my photo shoot delay, the shoot delay, is set at 0. That means there is no delay between when they can order a shoot from me. So that means an agent can go into their account at midnight and book a photo shoot for me for the next day. I might wake up the next morning and go, holy crap, I've got photo shoots. Someone must have booked these last night and I had no idea. If you're fine with that, then just leave it at 0. If you don't mind people booking shoots right up to the minute, just leave it at 0. If you would rather have, 24 hours notice, then put in 1 day. Okay, if you'd rather have 48 hours notice, put in 2 days. That's up to you. That means that an agent can order a photo shoot today that's for Saturday, right? They can't order a shoot today for tomorrow if you've got 48 hours notice in there. And this is entirely up to you. Some people are really busy and they need a full 24 hours or 48 hours to go in and organize their shoot manager. Some people want to phone every client and have a little chat with them, so they need that extra time. So this is something that's up to you. I mean, if I was a photographer, I'm really anal and like to be organized. I would not want the surprise shoot, first thing in the morning. Oh crap, I've got 11 shoots today. I wasn't expecting that. I personally would like a delay, but this is up to you. And you might, go ahead, Mark.
I have a comment on that. As a professional photographer and shot over 8,000 homes, I highly recommend that whenever you get an order, you call the client and you talk to them about it, find out what they want, when they want it, that kind of thing, no matter how they book it. Yeah. So if they're booking it and they put in special instructions, don't rely on that completely. Always call your client, always.
Plus, it's good for relationship building. You know, real estate agents are really friendly people. They're really nice. I talk to them on the phone all the time. And, you know, if you help them out with something or if there's a personal connection, they will always order from you, always, you know?
May I just ask one question? Is there any way of like getting a text message if you got a request overnight so you could just see it on your phone in the morning, or any kind of alert that, hey, you've got a request, go check your account? Or is there any interface like that right
We don't
now?
have, no, we don't have any kind of texting set up right now,
Okay.
but that doesn't mean we can't. Doesn't mean we can't
Well,
build that for you guys at some point.
and and if you have your email set up on your phone, you'll get
Yeah,
your email
You
on
can
your
email
phone.
that way.
true.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. Every time a shoot is booked, you guys get an email as well saying, hey, so and so just booked a shoot. Then you can come in and check your schedule and look at the details of the shoot, which I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, you always get alerted. Like it's not like it's not a total surprise when you come in,
Okay, great.
but
Okay.
yeah, you get an email every time someone books something. So same thing. Okay, I just want to move on because it's 10:30. I don't want us to miss out on anything. Okay, so that was your shoot manager. Pretty easy to set up, right? You really just need zip codes and let us know what days of the week you're available. Even that
And
is enough to get started.
I put a link in the chat window there for you guys, um, and I'll email it to all of you afterwards. But it's a zip code finder by radius. So you can draw a circle on the map, and it'll give you all the zip codes in that radius.
Awesome.
Pretty nifty little tool.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the next thing you guys need to set up is your pricing manager. And this is pretty easy as well. And like everything, you can always come in and edit it later. So when you click on
Oh,
pricing
I'm
manager,
sorry. I have a question. Maybe I missed this. When they schedule it on the site themselves, how much time does the site give you between shoots, between like when someone is allowed to schedule the next one?
so that's up to
That's up to
you.
you.
If you want to set up the shoot delay. So you can put in a shoot delay of 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever you want. So when someone books the shoot, you get the email right away. But if you've got your shoot delay set up as with 24 hours, then the shoot they've booked is not going to be for 24 hours from now. They can't book a shoot right now for tomorrow. It's got to be 24 hours.
No. What I'm asking is, when they book the shoot, do they get to choose what hour of the day the shoot is?
Oh, okay.
No,
No,
no.
no. They just book
Okay.
the day,
All right.
and then I'll show you. I'll show you how you guys can do that if you want to do that. Okay?
Okay.
Well,
All right. That was my question. Like, if
that's
someone
okay.
books me in West Palm Beach at 10 a.m. and
Yeah.
then someone else at 11 a.m. in Stewart.
Exactly,
So,
exactly. And that's
yeah.
why we don't let the agents book a time because you guys need to know,
Okay.
you guys
All right.
handle you guys handle your own schedules based on where the shoots are geographically. So we leave
Okay.
that up
Right.
to you guys to do.
A-
Yeah, and
And ISIS, I can go
Yeah.
over all this on the phone with you when you get back to your computer. So,
Okay.
yeah,
okay, you
yeah,
can call
you
me.
All
guys,
right.
yeah, you guys will see. It's easy. Okay, so let's just do pricing manager. So when you're in the back end, we have this set up. These are the main categories that have to stay in your shoot or in your pricing manager. So these are the main categories. There's a la carte photography. There's standard process, HDR, and twilight. Okay, so those are the main categories that all of our photographers offer. Within these categories, you guys can decide what the price is, how many photos, and if you don't offer a service, you leave it at 0. So if you want to offer a la carte photography, you can just come in and say, okay, well, my base price to do a shoot like that is $50. A regular photo is $5. A regular HDR is $7. You set up this pricing. Not all of our photographers do a la carte. If you don't want to do a la carte, just leave this at 0. Okay? Just leave this all at 0. Anything left at 0 will not show up as in your pricing page as a service you offer. Standard process photography. You guys decide how many photos, how many panos, if any, how many aerials. Some of our guys do poll, so we put in poll, and video. It's up to you. I might only do 20 standard photos, no panos, no aerials, no poll, nothing. That's my standard package, just 20 pictures, and I'm going to charge $95 for that. Okay, so $95. You'll notice the customer price is $110. This is because for every photo shoot you guys do, Realtour takes $15. That's our cut. But we do not take our $15 out of your $95. We tack $15 onto whatever price you want the customer pays the extra 15. The customer does not know this. The customer doesn't know that it's 95. The customer only sees 110. Okay? So whatever price you guys set for your shoots, you will get your full price. We tack our $15 onto that. Okay, so you will go through this page and you will set this up the amount of however you want. If you want to offer 30 pictures for your standard, that's fine. It's up to you guys, okay? So you're going to go through this, you're going to fill this in, number of photos, aerials, whatever, video, so on and so forth. Same with twilight. Anything you leave at 0 means that you're not offering this. If you don't do twilight photography, just leave this all at 0, okay? Totally up to you. Down at the bottom, you will have some extra categories that you can create your own. So this is one that I created. So let's say I offer video. I just created a new category. I called it video. And then within video, I made some subcategories just to give people a description. I just made these up myself, and you guys can do the same thing. These are just blank fields. You can, you can type in whatever you want to call it, something descriptive so they understand what it is. Like a standard 5-minute video, you get one video, I'm going to charge $150 for that. Okay, deluxe video is 10 minutes, $250. Maybe I do agent promo videos, right? Which is just a little video where I record the agent giving a little spiel about themselves. You can add more subcategories just like that in there, okay? So if you have any extra services that you want to offer that is tied into photography, you can do that right here on this page as well. Further down, we have a little floor plan section, and this was something that photographers requested a number of years ago. They wanted to start offering the ability to do floor plans while they're out there doing the photo shoot. I'm not really sure that many of them use it anymore because at the time, you would have had to either do it yourself or bring in a third party to go in and do the floor plan. Now, Mark has told me, and another photographer told me that now you can get an app on your iPhone where you just like put your phone against the wall, hit the app, and it basically does whatever it does and creates a floor plan of each room. So if you want to offer a service like that, we've got this already set up in here. You would just set up the pricing. So a minimum price is $50 for a floor plan, and then you can set up the square footage and add an additional 25 cents per square foot or just whatever you want to do if you want to do floor plans. I don't know how many people do this anymore. Just leave it at 0. If you don't want to do floor plans, just leave all of this at 0. You don't have to do floor plans. Totally optional. At the bottom, we have another section. These are extra services that some of our photographers do that aren't necessarily photography. So for example, one of our photographers in San Antonio does signs. He does professional signage for people. So in with his photography pricing, he's got a section at the bottom where he does signage. And you just type whatever, you can call it whatever you want, type in a little description, and then put your price in. Another one of our photographers in Dallas, he offers to do people's marketing materials. He'll do e-flyers for them. He'll do like, full virtual tour where he'll go in and type in captions and pick music and blah, blah, blah. He's willing to do that. And as I've said before, I believe it's his wife who does it. But regardless, he's willing to offer these services. And if you guys have any extra services that you think some of real estate agents, some of your clients might want, you can offer them. Just type it in here, put in a description, set a price. These extra services will show up after all of your photography services and prices, okay? And as with everything, you can always come back in here later and add more or delete some or change the pricing. If you find, as we're finding with some of our photographers who are new, some of them the pricing's not quite right. Some of them are pricing themselves too high. They might be pricing themselves too low. Either way, Mark will help you guys with that, and you can come in at any time and adjust this. Maybe this should be $100 based on the market I'm in, We'll figure this out as we go along. But Mark is a really good source of what you really should be pricing these at because he knows. Okay, this is your pricing manager page. Super easy. It's just an empty table waiting for you guys to fill it in. Okay. So we've gone through my clients, the shoot manager, and the pricing manager. These are the three. Actually, my clients is empty, as you saw. So it's just shoot manager and pricing manager. It's all you guys need to really do to get your account set up. So just being mindful of the time, I'm going to now log in to David Stewart. He is the photographer that we told you about in Austin, who is bringing in about 20 grand a month. We're going to take a look at his back end, just so you guys can get an idea of what it looks like when you're fully working and you're fully booked. Okay. David. Whoops, I just clicked on someone else. David. There we go. Log in. Okay, we're in David's account. Looks the exact same, right, as everybody else's. It is the same. Everybody's account homepage looks the same. Here are his buttons: clients, shoot manager, pricing manager. The only reason we're seeing these extra links is because I've logged in from my account, so I get extra links. You guys won't have these. All right, let's click on my clients. Let's take a look at what it looks like when you have clients. There's always a bit of a delay in loading when we're on webinar. Look at that, 524 clients. He's got 21 pages. Scroll down, see them all. You can go to the next page. It's got tons of them, okay? Every time you book a photo shoot, that client is going to show up under your clients. If you ever need to get in touch with them, let's say Lauren, I really need to get in touch with Lauren for something, I can click on View Details, and now I've got Lauren's, all her stuff. I've got her phone number, her office number, her email address. You know, I can find out when she last logged into her account. There's just all this information about her that if I ever need to contact Lauren, I can get here. If I ever need to get into Lauren's account for whatever reason, I can also log in as Lauren. So let's say Lauren has been one of my clients for 5 years and we've got a good relationship. You know, we're tight. Lauren might phone me in a panic and say, oh my God, David, can you please log into my account and fix something in the virtual tour? Now, see what I mean? Like this sometimes happens once you have a relationship, especially if you're a photographer who offers some marketing services. Like if I'm one of those guys who does e-flyers for my clients, I need to be able to log into Lauren's account. Well, I'm in Lauren's account now. All I did was look her up under my clients and I logged in as her. Now I'm in her account. Now I can go into her e-flyers or her virtual tours or anything and do any edits if she needs me to. Okay, she might even need me to go in and order a photo shoot for her for booking it to myself, but it all needs to be done through her account so she can pay for it, so on and so forth. I can do that. I've had real estate agents phone me from their car, they're driving to a meeting and asked me to log into their accounts and book a photo shoot for them because they need to get it done and they don't have time right now. You know what I mean? These are, you might be thinking, oh my God, I do not want to become the assistant to my clients. And that's fine. You might not want to do that, but I'm telling you, when you do these extra little goodies for your clients, they will love you forever and they will order from you forever. So sometimes taking 5 minutes to do something extra for your client is worth everything. Okay, let's get out of Lauren's account. Okay, back to David's account. So those were his clients. Let's go into his shoot manager and you can see what it looks like. Okay, this is today. So David has this many shoots booked for today, right? Here they are on the Google map. And this Google map is just for you guys to organize, you know, just to say, okay, where am I going? I live over here, so it makes sense to go here, 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 and then I can drive home at the end of the day. Now I'm going to go to an old day, so I don't want to muck up any of David's current photo shoots. Let's go to like last couple Saturdays ago and just see what it looks like. Okay, these are all done, so I won't muck up anything if I'm in here. So over here on the left, we have a list of all our shoots for the day, okay? I can change the order of these if I want. So let's say I live right near E. Let's say I live right here. Well, it makes sense for me to do E first. So I can click on E and drag E up to the top of my list. Now E is A, and I'm going to start with A. So you can just click on these and change the order of them. I'm just going to move that back. I don't like mucking up his stuff. But you see what I mean? You can change the order of your shoots based on geography. Some people like to start furthest away from home and then work their way home. Some people like to do a circle. It's totally up to you, whatever you guys want to do. You can change the order of the shoots. Here's a little map so you can see where you're going. It's a Google map, so you can zoom in, zoom out, whatever, if you need to see exactly where it is. Okay? If I want to get the details of my shoot, let's say for 3515, I need the details of this shoot. All I do is click on it, and I get a pop-up. This gives me all the details of my shoot. So here it is. It was ordered. This is the date it's ordered for. Here's the address, MLS number if I need it. This was the shoot that was booked, high dynamic range, aerial, blah, blah, blah. The access method, I'm supposed to contact the agent. There's the agent's phone number. This is for Tomoko Hall, okay? Oh, special instructions, it's a vacant home. Okay, so these are my order details, okay? So now I'm going to show you guys, so I'm good to go. Oh, actually I'm going to show you something before I do that part. So these are my order details, good to go. Now I know what I need to do, where I need to go, who the client is, I've got their contact information. The client gets the same information in an order confirmation email. So Tomoko also has David's contact information. So you both have everything. Okay, so to answer a question that was earlier that Isis asked, you guys can set the time for the photo shoots if you want. So if you want to set, once you've got these organized in the order you're going to do them, you can set times if you want by clicking on Set Time. Okay, then you choose the time from the drop down and you just type a little message. Hi, Tomoko, I'm going to be at your listing at 11 o'clock. I'll see you there. Hit send. Now Tomoko, the client who ordered, is going to get an email saying, yep, I'll be there at 11 o'clock. And I can see right here that it's 11 o'clock, so now I know. So David has done this one at 11, this one at 11:45. This one he did not set a time. That's fine. He might want to take a lunch hour somewhere between there. He doesn't know how long it's going to take him to get to Bickler Road. But then he's going to set a time for 1:45 for the next one. The one at the end of the day, this one might be a long shoot. He's not sure how long it's going to take, so he doesn't set a time for this one at the end. He might just phone the client and say, I'll be there sometime after 3, whatever. So you see what I mean? Sometimes David will set an exact time for all of his shoots, and sometimes he doesn't. And that's just based on location, what the shoot involves. It might be video, it might take longer. You might know for a fact that your particular agent is, you know, a handful, and you know they're going to take longer, so you don't want to book a time. You can, but this is, you know, this is just however you guys want to organize your day. Do it this way. Underneath set time, there is also assign to. Now, if you have a photographer, maybe you have a junior photographer or someone that you're affiliated with, there is a way, and we will show you how if you want to do this, that you can set them up in Realtour and have them as an affiliated photographer with you, and then you can assign photo shoots to them. So David Stewart, I believe Allison is his wife, and she does photo shoots too. And then Caroline, it must be someone also that they work with. So David will sometimes book 10 to 15 shoots in a day, which obviously he can't do that many shoots. But if he has 2 photographers affiliated with him, he can book 15 shoots and give Allison 3 and give Caroline 4. He would just say, Allison, and then send a message. Allison, I want you to take this shoot. Please do it at 10. And Allison gets all the listing information. She knows what to do. Okay? So once you guys get rolling, you might want to, you might find that you can do this. This is something David does.
Would a client have any say in that? Maybe they want David, they don't want one of his affiliates, or
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, I agree with you. So that would probably be something his clients would have to know that he has affiliates and so on and so forth. So that would be something he would have to arrange with his clients. They'd have to know that, yep, I've got 2 other people that work with me. You can answer, I'll answer for them, I speak for them, whatever. But yeah, that is something.
What I found, because I had 3 photographers that worked for me, and what I found was I would tell them that these photographers were trained by me, so their work is up to my standard, and then they had no problem with it.
Okay.
Yeah, should be okay. Okay. I was hoping Michael will be on. I was going to tell him he might be a few minutes late. But anyway, okay, so you can set a time if you want. You can assign a shoot to someone else. Let's go in and look at our details for the shoot again. Okay, this is where you guys, when you click on the shoot and get the shoot detail pop up, this is where you manage everything in the back end. You've got these buttons down here across the bottom. This should take care of anything you need to do. So for example, first of all, extra fees. If you ever want to charge, if somebody ever phones you and wants some little extra something, you can go, that's fine. You can go into extra fees and say they want 5, images of the pool. They just had their pool redone, but it was 2 weeks later. They want you to go back and take 5 images of the pool. You say, fine, I'll do that for you, but it's going to cost you $85. They're like, fine, no problem. You come in, you type this in, add the $85, add it to the shopping cart. It will go to their shopping cart. They can pay for it, and it's all taken care of. So extra fees are for little one-off things that you might do for your clients that you don't want to go through the hassle of adding this officially to your pricing manager. It's just a little one-off goodie that you're going to do for somebody, right? So you can add an additional fee. Let's close that. Okay, managing photos. This is where you guys are going to get the photos into your client's account. So once you have all your pictures processed and ready to go, you just click on Manage Photos. This will normally be empty, right? Okay. You click on the photo, assuming you're uploading regular photos, you would click on the Photos tab and scroll down and just click on Upload Images. And then wherever you have your images saved, like say on my desktop, I've got a folder called Images. Here are all my images. Let's say these are all my images for this listing. I can select all of them and then just hit Go. And the system will upload all of these into that person's account. I'm going to hit Cancel because I don't want to muck up their account. Okay, once they're uploaded, here they are in the account. Now I can move them around. Like let's say I really want them to see, this is my super image. I want them to see this image first. I can move that image around and have it so when they open up their tour, that image shows first. So I can move these around. I can delete them if I'm like, oh crap, I didn't mean to upload that one. It looks terrible. I'm going to delete that one. You know what? I can change the order and delete them. I can add more if I need to add more, that kind of thing, right? If I have panos, same thing. I would click on the panos tab and then upload the panos. If I've done a video, I click on the video tab and I just upload the video, right? Okay, once I've uploaded all the pictures, right here, Publish Virtual Tour. All I do is click Publish Virtual Tour, and our system then creates a virtual tour with all of your pictures in it. And the beautiful thing is that once that's done, the client gets an email saying, hey, your virtual tour is ready to go. There's a link in that email where they can watch the tour. There's a link in that email where they can download these images at 3 different sizes and save them onto their desktop if that's what they want. Some people like to have, hard copies of their images saved on their own hard drives, not just in their Realtour accounts, either or, whatever their preference is. But that is how you guys create the platinum, the free virtual tour that they get, right? So it's completely painless. I mean, you have to upload images and get them to your client somehow. So in my opinion, this is the easiest way to do it because you're not going to have to deal with phone calls from them saying, how do I get this out of Dropbox? Panicked phone calls. You upload them in the back end and click Publish Virtual Tour, and that's the end of it. You're done. You are done. You do not have to do anything else for this client. Pretty cool. Let me just click on that again. There's a couple more things in here I want to show you guys. Oh, print. The print button just means that you will print this order, all the details of the order. Some of our photographers are a little old school and they prefer to print out all their shoot orders on paper, staple them together, and that's what they use when they drive around all day. Totally up to you. Some of our guys are totally digital. They just log into their Realtour accounts. As long as you have internet, you log into your Realtour account. It's just a website and you can always access all this information in your shoot manager, okay? If you want to print them, we've got a print button. Reschedule. If a client phones you and says, oh my God, I need to reschedule this for, next Friday, can you do that? You're like, yeah, no problem. So to reschedule, you just click on reschedule and just choose. Okay, they want it, let's say they want it Saturday. Fine. I still have available. If I mouse over, I can see I still have 4 day shoots left for Saturday. I just click on this and then it gets rescheduled. It gets moved in my shoot manager from today to next Saturday. Why? The reason we have the reschedule button is so that you don't have to go through, the entire process of canceling the shoot, refunding the money, and then the agent has to go back in and reorder the shoot, pick the new day, pick the package, and then pay for it all over again. There's no point in going through that whole process if all they want to change is the date, right? How easy is that? Reschedule, pick the new date, you're done. Super fast. Cancel shoot. If someone calls you up and says, for whatever reason, I need to cancel my photo shoot, you just click on cancel shoot and cancel the photo shoot, which I'm not going to do because this is a real account. Okay? Close. All right. Let's take a quick look at his pricing manager. David, as you can see, does not offer a la carte photography. He has left this all at 0. That's totally fine. Standard process photography, he charges $80 for a standard photo shoot, 20 pictures. The client pays $95 because we tack that $15 on. But David charges $80, so he gets his full $80. These are his prices. These are the packages. He does standard HDR, Twilight HDR. He does HDR photography and aerial HDs. Okay, these are his prices.
This is the pricing model that really everybody should be examining closely for the Florida market. Um, just so you know, this is what I kind of use as a guideline. There's a little bit of room for flexibility, but this is really the guideline you guys should follow. Um, there's a couple of photographers that are charging almost double these rates, and when you get down into the videography and the drone, I mean, he's charging, $1,000, that kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing. I cannot sell him. So, it all gets down to, do you want to work or do you want to try and charge these outrageous prices?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the guideline right here. So
Mm-hmm.
look at this, and we'll go over this. You guys can call me individually. We can go over this. I can send you screenshots, whatever you need. But this guy's making a good income because he's charging the right price.
Screenshots would be great if you could send that to us.
Okay, I'll do
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sorry guys. I just texted everybody else that I bought us another 15 minutes. So I
Okay.
normally have another session at 11, but I just told them all come 15 minutes later. So I'm pretty much at the end. So now we have a bit of free time for discussion. So just to finish off. So David is not a complicated photographer either, right? He's got basic packages. Done. He doesn't do floor plans, fine. He doesn't do any special services. That's fine. You guys do not have to do any of that if you don't want to. David obviously doesn't need to. He makes enough money just doing straight photography. And as Mark was saying, I mean, he knows, he really understands his market and what his agents are looking for. So maybe his agents are not selling $1 million mansions, but that's fine. If they're selling normal family homes and they're willing to book a $200 or $150 photo shoot every single time, that's fine. David's making his cash that way. We have another photographer who also services this area, Mark Adams, who I'm told is the best photographer at all of Realtour. He is our best photographer, but he charges a lot more money and does not make as much money every month. But he doesn't care. He is an artist, and he has a loyal, client following who will pay $400 for a photo shoot, and that's how he operates, right? So Mark Adams, you can go in and look at his portfolio and stuff, and he's got some amazing pictures and everything, and he charges high prices for them. He's got his loyal following, and that's fine. That's the kind of business he wants to do. But a lot of it's just getting to know your market and who your clients are, and setting yourself up that way. And as I keep saying over and over again, none of this stuff has to be set in stone. You can always adjust. You can adjust everything in your account. You guys have control over that. You log into your accounts, you adjust your zip codes, you adjust the days of the week, you adjust how many shoots you want to do, you adjust your pricing. You guys work for yourselves. We are just affiliated. We're not going to tell you what to do. Okay, so that took me through pretty much everything I want to go through. Now we have about 20 minutes. We can have a little discussion, and if anybody has questions, now's the time.
I want to start off by saying, when I first started in the business, I was making $40 per tour. And the company I was working for, after about 3 years, I said I wanted to raise my price $5. And they said the clients will never pay that. They will never pay it. Never, 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 never. And I said, well, okay, this is the situation. I'm an independent contractor, and I'm going to charge $5 more. And they said, well, you go ahead and do that, but they're not going to pay it. Not only did they pay it, but I incrementally raised my prices every 3 months until I literally made $195 just to show up. Just to show up. That's without doing anything. So my suggestion for you guys is, okay, you want to start out by undercutting your competition. Okay, David Stewart's pricing model is literally undercutting the competition in Florida. I had talked to a lady in Fort Myers who said that she got 25 photos, basic photos, standard process, no HDR, for $140. So what does that tell you? That tells you with David's pricing model, he's doing what was that? 20, 24? How many
For
was that,
which one? Which
Janet?
package? 20, which one?
The basic standard process.
He does just 20 photos, his basic
Okay,
package for $95.
95. Okay. So you could comfortably do 25 photos for $95. I mean, that's just 5 more photos. And you're basically charging $55 less than your competition. You will put those people out of business in short order. Not only that, but you'll create a loyal following, and you can, in 6 months to a year, you can start incrementally raising your prices up to whatever it is you want to charge because you already have them as clients and you've eliminated the competition.
So this is Mark Adams that we're looking at. His starter, he does 30 pictures, but it's 165. That's his basic package. It's not that they aren't beautiful, and look, he's going right up to 480.
So, you guys are new, okay? And people aren't going to pay top dollar for new. They don't know you. They don't know your work. So undercut the competition. Put them out of business by dollars. That's how you do it. And I've seen all of your work. You guys are fabulous. You guys shoot fabulous photography. So as soon as they see your photographs, they're going to show everybody in the office. They're going to say, look at these wonderful photos, and guess how much I paid? That one tour is going to turn into 5.
Mm-hmm.
That 5 is going to turn into 15. That 15 is going to turn into 30. That's the way this business works. I
Yeah.
promise you that.
Yeah, referral is everything for real estate agents, They never want to find stuff out for themselves. They want to ask somebody in their office, "Where'd you get that photo shoot done? Who does your
Mm-hmm.
virtual tours?" Like
Right.
that's how they do everything. And that's fine. That's how lots of people do stuff. I mean, can you recommend a
Absolutely.
dentist? I don't want to go and research dentists. Just one of my next door neighbors, do you have a good dentist? Yep, great. I'll go see him. Do you have a good photographer? Great. I'll book him. That's what they do. And as
And
Mark
another
said, over time, you raise your prices incrementally over time. They don't care. So you're the same photo shoot that usually book is now $10 more. Well, oh well, that's fine. I'm in a rush. I need you booked.
Yep. And another way to do things is when you do start going, book your appointments during their broker tours.
Yes, tell them about that, Mark. How you used to do that.
So when I first started, every appointment that I made, I booked it during a broker tour. And a broker tour is when an agent gets a new listing. They have like a little open house for all of the agents in their office and all the other offices in the area. So it's usually like between 150 to 500 agents come through this listing during this open house. And there I am standing there with my camera and my tripod and a pocket full of business cards. And the agents will come through and they'll ask me, oh, who you're with? And I'll say, I'm with Tour Factory or Realtour or whoever, and then they'll go back to the agent who's holding the broker tour open, and they go, do you have a, let me see what this guy does. So they'll show them, another virtual tour that I've done for them, and they come right back to me and they ask for my card and say, when are you available? And every single time I did that, I usually got between 5 and 10 appointments booked that day. So, and sometimes more. So that is really a good way. I mean, because you're right, you're FaceTime. You got FaceTime with a bunch of real estate agents, and that's your business. That's who you serve, real estate agents.
And they're salespeople, right? And they love to talk. They love people. So if you're the kind of person who's chatty and you don't mind chatting with them, that's who they're going to go for always.
And you really don't even have to sell it. I mean,
No,
you're
you
standing
don't.
there, you're
That's
a
just it.
photographer, they know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's
You
true.
just they're like, when are you available? Well, here's my card. Give me a call.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a couple of questions?
Yeah.
You're mentioning cards. I mean, do you give us like a logo so we can print cards that have your branding on it if we're at that meeting and handing cards out? Do we use our own cards, or what do you suggest with that? Because I noticed when you were quickly going by, do we each get an email address that says Realtour on it, or is it our own email address, or what are
No,
the clients actually?
you guys use your own. You have your own
Okay.
email addresses.
Okay.
We haven't made business cards for everybody in the past, but I mean, if that's just something that you guys would like, we can do that.
Or even something of the logo, if we wanted to make a
Hmm.
card with, that would be
Exactly.
helpful.
Yep.
And then just a question about back to those packages. Do you offer, like, if the realtor clicks on it to see what is a standard package? Because I'm just, again, thinking like if there's a 10-room mansion versus a studio apartment, are they going to choose just the lowest one for like a thing that's impossible to shoot, 20 images for a 10-bedroom house? Or
Yeah,
if they
Mark,
choose,
how would
Agents
you
do
handle
that.
that? Yeah.
So I have shown up, to a listing that basically they ordered the wrong package for. So what I do is I tell them when I get there, it's like, you know, you're probably going to want to have more photos for this house. And I'll explain to them, this is quite a large property, and basically it's an estate. Do you really think 20 photos or 24 photos is going to cover it? And they're like, well, probably not. So I basically upgrade them in the field. So when I got back home, I mean, I had the same flexibility in the other system as I did in this one. So I just upgraded them, through the system, and uh, basically you just tell them, you know, and if they say, well, no, I just really need 20 photos, and just,
okay,
give them what they ordered. But you're not really selling them. You're telling them,
right,
you're actually you're actually, instructing them on marketing their product.
right.
You know, you're not selling them the virtual tour of your photography. You're kind of saying, this isn't really the best way to market this product. At that point, you're becoming a consultant.
Right.
Think of it that way,
And
because you
back to the
don't want to
package,
sell them.
but they can also say we just want exterior shots, or just we don't want this, or
Well,
Hmm.
yeah,
I've had properties where I wasn't allowed to shoot inside because the people were private.
right.
So, you'll run across all kinds of situations. You have to respect, what the agent is saying. So, kind of gauge that, be intuitive as well is another
And
way to put it.
if you phone them too, I mean, like, yeah, like, I
And
mean, some
again,
of our
phone
guys
them up.
have, yeah, they have estate package things that they have set up, but yeah, you can always phone,
Okay.
if you're the kind of person who wants to phone and just check up and say, okay, just
That's
checking
that's
in.
why I always called my clients ahead of time.
Yeah. And then you chat even for 5 minutes to get an idea. And if they're like, oh, yeah, it's a great house, it's a mansion. And you're like, oh, well, you did book a 20 photo. That's it. And if this is a mansion, you might want to consider more. So if you do the quick 5 minute phone call before you get there, the day or two before, then he might say, oh, you're right. Let's change that package. Or, you might do an extra fee. Okay, take an extra 10 pictures and I'll just charge me an extra
I've
50
also
bucks.
had the exact opposite. I mean, I showed up. This one of my clients loved her to death. I mean, she's absolutely a dingbat. I mean, I used to call her a box of hair. I'm serious. She was just
Not to her face, though.
never to her face, but she
No.
literally was a box of hair. She ordered this, like, I mean, just super deluxe package for this
Mobile
property,
home,
and oh no, it wasn't even that.
a
It was a
shack.
house that was like basically just destroyed, and
No.
like vagrants were living in it, and there was feces inside, and
Oh.
I mean, it was just, oh my God, it was like the most horrible thing I've ever seen. And I called her up and I said, sweetie, I mean, I cannot shoot this. She says, well, it's just land value. And I said, well, I mean, I can't even shoot the land. I mean, there was like swastikas painted on the
Oh.
windows and stuff. I said, I can't shoot anything here. There's nothing to shoot. I said, and I'm like, I just can't do it. I mean, I'm giving you your money back. I'm not shooting anything here. She's like, well, I mean, I'm like, no, sweetie, no, I'm not shooting this. This is
Oh.
not going to work. So, I mean, there's times when, I have to understand, this is not going
An
to work.
aerial, an aerial would have worked for that.
No, there were
Little
no.
tiny, really high up, so the house was just a little pinprick. That little white dot is just a tear down, but look at the land. Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, there's times when, photos are just not appropriate.
Hmm.
So, I mean, you will run into everything literally.
Yeah, and
I mean,
and
you
you've got
show up and there's
Mark.
an alligator climbing up the front door. Are you going to shoot it? I mean, seriously.
Yeah, and Mark, as you guys are probably getting an idea of, has been around for a while and he's seen it all. So you can always phone him if you need help, if you need advice.
So lastly, we're uploading the photos for them in the package in the tour. So they're not making any editorial decisions. I mean, we're
No.
sending them, we're making our best choices, we're doing whatever needs to be done, and that we're sending them, and that's it. So they don't see anything and say, I want that one instead of that one. We're just giving them what we think is the best based on what they've told us as we're going through.
Well, I mean, you don't want to tell them what they want. That's really the wrong thing to do.
I didn't mean it that way, but I meant when we're uploading those
Yeah,
photos.
you upload the
Right,
20. If they've ordered 20 pictures, you
right,
upload 20 pictures. You're the expert.
right.
Right.
So you don't give them any choice unless you guys have some kind of relationship and you meet over
Okay,
coffee and she picks out the 20 she wants. That's up to you if you want to spend that kind of time with your clients. But no, I would not give them any editorial, unless there's a special request or something
okay,
like that. But no, you're the expert.
great.
Yeah.
I had a client that I used to, every time I shot for her, Ginny Kavanaugh, Caldwell Banker, I used to go to her office and actually, I'd bring my laptop and I'd touch up the photos and I'd upload them to her computer, and she used to pay me like $150 on top of the virtual tour. She'd give me a check right there. And then
Nice.
I'd go home and I'd upload the virtual tour for her.
Nice work.
I make
Also,
time for that.
yeah, yeah. I mean, a lot of it's just about the relationship you have with your client. I mean, it's like with anything. I mean, if you're a contractor or a freelancer, it's always going to serve you in the end to do little extra goodies, extra favors, extra freebies are always going to come around in the end. Because I mean, sometimes it's not necessarily, you don't have to be the best photographer in all of Florida to get the most business. You have to be available and pleasant and easy to work with. That's just as important, in my opinion.
And go the extra step,
Yeah, just do a few
you know.
extras. They love that. They agents love that. And I just
And
want to show you guys one more thing quick before we terminate. If you do want to take a look at some of the other photographers' prices and portfolios and stuff like that, you don't have to log in. Just go to Realtor.biz and under marketing products, click on photo shoots. Then you come to this page. You can enter any zip code. And if we have available photographers in that zip code, they will show up and you can look at their pricing and their portfolios. You can't book a photo shoot because you're not logged into your account, but you can at least, like if I just type in that same zip code and hit check, it will just show me the same. Oh, these guys, these photographers service this area and I can watch their portfolios and look at their pricing. I can't book a shoot from them because, I'd have to go in to order a shoot and log into my account. But at least I can, if you guys ever want to see, we have a few people set up in Florida. I'm not sure if everybody on the call is in Florida. Some of you are, some of you aren't. I'm not sure. But wherever you are, you can search for a couple zip codes and just see who's out there. Also, Mark, as I mentioned to
yeah,
you guys, the guys are making their portfolios by making virtual tours and just showing their photography. Now, we usually do a separate little tutorial where we show you guys how to make your virtual tours. So assuming everybody's going to want to do that, this is Mark Adams' portfolio. He's got music and stuff in the background. I'm going to turn off the music. You guys probably can't hear that, but I've got a headset on. But Mark and I can get together, or Mark can come up with a time that's going to work for all of you guys, and we'll do another shorter session. It's usually only about 30 minutes, and I can show you guys how to make your portfolios. Then you can go in and make them, and then we'll set them up, and so on and so forth. So that'll be the next little meeting, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
They look good. And not only, I mean, this way people get to see, oh, I get a free virtual tour. It's a nice way to showcase your images. Like you might want to do more than a standard 20 photo shoot for this particular house. These are Texas houses.
and Paul, are you still here?
Yes, I am.
The lady that I was telling you about at the beginning, Kathy, her name is Kathy, the one that wanted the aerials.
Yes, sir.
basically I told her, when you order professional photography from us, you get a free virtual tour. And she's like, oh, well, I use OBO and blah blah blah. And I said, well, first of all, our tours are way better than OBO. They're fabulous. You'll love it. I said, so, and it's free. You don't have to
Mhm.
pay for it, so you may as well use it. And she's like, oh, well, that's great. So
Mhm. You don't have to do anything
Perfect.
to
just
make it.
Love it.
Mhm. Okay, so I just
yeah,
wanted to show
I
you
can,
guys that.
I'm just like, I love what I do. I wish I could be shooting. I can't, but I absolutely love what I do. So I will talk to anybody, anytime, anywhere about this. And I am your guys's best advocate. I will, I will shove you guys out there in front of anybody if at any time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just know that.
Okay, so that kind of wraps it up. So I'm going to stop recording our session, and then